We got to admit the reality of our consequences. So David understands in the midst of the text, he realizes it's because of me. It's because of me. But watch what it says. As he's praying, this is where many of us, we struggle. As he's praying, 7 days goes by. And his child dies. What do you do when you pray, but God don't answer? What happens when you told me, ask and you shall receive? What do you do when I ask for this, but he doesn't give it to me? And David shows us, watch what happens in the text. 7 days goes by, and then David suddenly hears whispers. The folk are in the room, they're talking, they're scared because they see how David won't eat. They see how David is fasting, and they're saying, we can't tell the king that his son is dead. The kingdom, we'll lose the kingdom if we tell him this. So he hears the whispers. And beloved, I struggle because if you watch the text, watch what happens next. He hears the whispers, and David asks him a question. He says, is my child dead? David understood that he reached the point where sometimes you got to stop praying for what ain't meant for you. There are some of you in the room today, you've been praying for 50 years for something you ain't meant to have. I know what old church folk have said. I know all this other stuff, but some stuff is meant to die. Some relationships are not supposed to work. There are some jobs you really ain't qualified for. There are some stuff you ain't supposed to have. So he says, is the child dead? And I struggled because I asked the question of the text. I said, why in the world did it take David hearing the people whisper for him to realize that the child was dead when he was already told that the child would die? Then I